thing I didn't know is that she was gonna be unprepared, so. The food is getting cold.
So what's that looking? Okay, hurry. Hi guys, and welcome back. It is VickyCupcake, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome. Wait, Kassy?
Yeah.
Kassy?
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm coming.
Okay, so let's just try this again. Welcome.
Hi.
Woo! First guest. You're the first guest on the VickyCupcake show.
I am. I am.
Well, that calls for celebration. Hey.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you all?
All right.
Who the heck are you?
If you can't tell, I am one of Victoria's older sisters, Vicky Francis.
Can you tell? Okay, first of all, guys, I totally like suck at interviewing, so I just want to let you know she wanted me to let you guys know.
To be real.
I don't know, she's controlling. But she wanted me to let you guys know that I'm reading from papers, so if I'm looking down and I'm playing with my hair a little bit, that's just me being anxious and not knowing what the heck I'm going to talk about next. So, yeah, so first of all, I wanted to talk about who you are. I want you to tell people who you are.
All right, so I am vegan AF.
Okay, you were Kassy, wait.
What am I?
You're supposed to say who you are. Like, you're a dancer, you're how old, like, what are you?
Entrepreneur right now. Let's redo that. Okay. Sips tea. Got it. Again, I am Kassy Francis. I'm the second oldest, so I am. Okay, do it again.
No, keep it rolling. It's okay.
No, because we already said hello, though. We already said hello. Almost time for bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay, so
listen to the fucking video.
My name is Kassy. I'm 29 years old. I am I'm a couple things actually. So I am a writer. I am a dancer. I am a choreographer. I am a nurse. I am a singer. I am a poet. I am a mover. I am a businesswoman. I am a queen. I could keep going. I'm a couple of things, but as far as what I do on the everyday, I do a lot of things. So it just depends on what day of the week.
I'm gonna go ahead and put a little social media link right here. Let's point. And follow her on all the social medias, Instagram, blah, blah, all that good stuff. So now that we kind of like know who you are, so I wanted to highlight an alternative diet lifestyle to you guys. I know this is a different like type of thing that we're doing, and that is to be vegan as fuck.
Okay, well,
we're not exactly that.
Let's be real. So
what is
I'm
vegan
AF, and what I talked about with her is that I'm vegan almost finally. So that's a little thing, but that's who I am.
Vegan almost finally. Please give us a breakdown of what hashtag vegan AF, and if you guys don't already know what hashtag vegan AF is, please hashtag any future posts so that we can kind of see your testimony of what vegan AF means to you after she gives the description of what vegan AF means.
All right, so vegan AF, vegan almost finally, which, you know, I told her that's what I was, is a person that's transitioning from another dietary lifestyle. So personally for me, I began the transition, I'm beginning the transition from being vegan already as of last year and sort of going backwards to reestablish my veganism for my own self. So that's what that is to me. To almost finally be a vegan means for me, I'm finally beginning to understand the what's, the whys, the who's, the where, the whens, and the how do you do it right now.
Okay, so to be honest, I heard every word you said, but I'm fucking hungry. We'll bleep that out.
It's been waiting a while for this food to be
I know, I don't want it to get cold, so why don't we kind of like eat and we'll kind of talk about more about your journey, which we're all curious to know.
Cheers.
So cheers, we're gonna start eating.
My nails. that was my hurt hand showing. I smashed my hand in the door.
Okay, so what is this?
All right, so that you're gonna ask me what it is.
What is? No, we're gonna show it to the people.
That's a vegan pizza, small size.
Okay. But what is on it?
What's on it? Okay. You're gonna set me up? She's gonna set me up even though she ordered the food. Where's your phone?
It's a spicy vegan pizza. It has tomatoes, and then instead of the cheese, you guys use
we use different things, and what that's looking like to me. No, give me the fucking phone. Oh my god.
So now we're ready to eat, but we wanted to kind of say what it is. Tell us what we have here.
So this is, we ordered a spicy supreme vegan pizza, and I believe what's on top of it is like a Daiya cheese. That's a vegan brand of cheese, and I believe it's seitan, pieces of like wheat gluten.
Okay, and then what is that?
This one is a cashew creamy pasta with wild mushroom, tofu, and broccoli over it.
Oh, so, and it's creamy pasta.
Creamy.
Huh? Super creamy. Well, what is the cream from? It's from the cheese?
From the cashew.
From the, oh, not cheese, but the cashew. Okay.
I'm not sure what these are.
These are hot wings.
They're supposed to be wings. Pretty much there's probably going to be a vegetable underneath there. We'll see what it is. I've never ordered from this place.
We'll figure it out. Okay, so here's your fork, and here's my fork. So I'm gonna try this. I wanna try this. And keep in mind, guys, I don't really eat vegan a lot, so this will be kind of new for me.
Good?
Mmm.
Mmm.
Wow.
Pasta's really good.
God. To be honest, it tastes like real cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Try the pasta.
Mm-hmm. Controlling.
Mm-hmm. Good, right?
Wow.
That pasta.
Wow.
And so, what I told her is that, you know, look at the portion sizes. I watch my sister's show too, so I see the portion sizes she eats, and it's major. But these portion sizes are obviously a little bit smaller, and it is for good reason. Not to say that being a vegan or being a vegan almost finally means that you're just not going to eat a lot. You can eat a lot, but the ingredients in which these kind of foods are made from are a lot more specific. And because most of it is made out of vegetable, made out of natural herbs and spices, things that don't have anything to do with the products of animals. And so one thing I wanted to tell my sister and tell her viewers is that obviously, as I said, I'm vegan almost finally, but it's been a long journey getting to this point, and I'm clearly not there, hence the title. But I started out being a carnivore just like her. We grew up with our mom's cooking. She made a lot of delicious Filipino food, which I still love to smell. But a lot of the Filipino food was obviously made of animal product and things of that nature. Now, the way I got introduced to different and all the alternative dietary lifestyles was actually when I went to college. I was in a creative writing class, and a certain one of my classmates gave a presentation about pita. I think I've been introduced to pita before, but never really paid attention. So I actually paid attention to this one. She gave us brochures on it, gave us links and things like that, and I actually took a step to actually watch videos and read about the information, and I was actually I was affected. I didn't understand that that's how meat was made in this country and in other places too, but I
kind of wanted to go over the different eating, what is it, the different categories of diets or whatever, like veganism, vegetarianism, Because many people, I'm aware, like sometimes I didn't even know the difference. I just knew to just eat meat, which is a carnivore, which is what I am. So what is the difference between being a vegan versus a vegetarian versus what was the other thing that you were growing up? Which is crazy because I never heard this before.
Continuing that story, after I saw the videos and the brochures and things like that, I actually made it a point to stop eating meat. And so the way I did it, it was the month of November. It was, you know, obviously the month of Thanksgiving. And obviously everyone is prepared to eat turkey at the very end. So the way I was thinking in my head is I needed to methodically cut down my ingestion of meat products. So I pretty much broke it down every week of November. I quit like fish and like pork in the first week. In the second week, I quit chicken and turkey, I believe, because I wanted to have enough time to like get used to it. By the time I got to Thanksgiving, no turkey. In the third week, I quit things like hot dogs and beef and steak and all of that. So by the very end, I was supposed to not be eating meat. And what I found is that I was a student. I was a college student. I didn't have much money. What was there to eat that I could actually afford if there was no meat? So what I decided upon was to stay eating chicken, which would still provide me enough protein, is what I thought in my head. So I made the term chicketarianism. And a lot of my friends, a lot of family will know that I used to go around telling everybody I'm a chicketarian. I'm a chicketarian. But in the very beginning of that, I was always saying, with the exception of shrimp, because I really loved shrimp. So in the beginning, I was a chicketarian with the exception of shrimp. And then later on, I dropped the shrimp and then was just a chicketarian. And I can only speak for myself, so I'm only going to speak about the lifestyles that I've gone through. In 2014, I ended up finally giving up chicken because I was always eventually not wanting to eat meat, and I became a vegetarian. And a vegetarian is someone who does not eat any meat products. In 2015...
But they can eat cheese, right? So vegetarians...
But they can still eat cheese.
Okay.
I saw a documentary on Netflix in November of 2015. So now it's been several years of changing my lifestyle. And it was about 6 random people going vegan for a documentary. And I saw their different lifestyles and saw the way they went about it. And I was like, it's time for me to go on. Because the only thing that was holding me back was cheese, to be honest. Cheese was always my favorite food. She can attest to that. Friends can attest to that.
Cheese and ketchup.
Cheese and freaking ketchup. And so finally I made the transition to vegan in December 2015 and remained so up until around this year. And I decided I needed to restart that journey so I could truly be the person and have the lifestyle that I wanted to have, because I found myself, I went to Mexico and I found myself eating cheese again, and I was like, not being vegan. And a vegan means to not eat any animal products, nor the products made by animals. So that includes milk.
Right there.
That includes milk, that includes eggs, and any other dairy products.
Wow, that's tough. And so, you know, I noticed most people, I wanted to kind of go over this topic because at one point I wanted to become a vegan, and I think it was for the wrong reasons. A lot of issues with weight loss. I thought that if I go vegan, I will lose weight. And it actually did the reverse to my body. I actually gained more weight. So what do you have to say for the people that think that if you go vegan, you lose weight just because you're cutting out meat and all of that? Is that true? Or does it depend on the person and their metabolism? Like, do you think that's the wrong reason for someone to go vegan?
It's a good question. I won't say whether it's wrong or right, but what I will say is I was under the same impression as her. And in fact, when I first went vegetarian, I did notice a weight change, and I was really happy about it. And then when I went vegan, I, of course, didn't even understand what I could eat to replace the feelings of cheese and dairy product in my life. And so at first I did lose weight because I really wasn't eating much of anything. And then what I started to do, which is horrible,
I would go to Taco Bell, to be honest, and I would get those fast food, vegan, whatever I could find on Pinterest that was vegan. So that's a mistake that many people do.
I compensated and I ate a lot of bread.
There you go, the bread.
And so even now to this day in this year, I'm like adjusting and figuring out, because when you're missing the type of food that you've always had in your body, your hormones are changing. Things in your body are not used to what you're no longer eating or what you're starting to eat. Another false pretense that people tend to follow is that, oh, okay, if I don't eat meat, I can eat a lot of soy, which I fell into that as well. I was like, oh yeah, I can eat tofu and everything. I can have soy milk, I can do this. And having a lot of soy for a woman is actually not really good. It increases your estrogen levels.
Wow. And so
pause it, because I want to make sure that's true. I think that's true. I didn't say I'm a motherfucking genius.
So why did you say it?
Isn't this good though?
This is very good.
Right?
Tell me why I'm eating most of the time while you're talking.
One thing I started to do was to drink a lot of soy milk and eat a lot of soy. And that's from soybeans. And soybeans actually contain a chemical that's very similar to estrogen. I think they call it something like phytoestrogen. And excuse me.
Okay.
And oh no, soybeans can the chemical that's in soybean can actually affect estrogen levels in women.
Okay.
And one of the effects of estrogen on a woman can sometimes be weight gain. So I definitely had a big effect on me in that way. And plus for the fact that I was compensating for not eating the other foods that I was used to eating, and I ate a lot of bread. And obviously bread can bloat you big time.
So, okay, so since you said bread can bloat you big time, so for the people that actually want to follow the transition vegan AF or to want to go strictly vegan, what do you eat in a day? Because when I went vegan for 5 days, less than 5 days, I couldn't even do it. When I went vegan, I didn't know what the heck to eat. So I kind of want to go over those people that just have like a wide variety of like recipes. Is it that easy, or does it take a while to kind of like learn what to eat like in a day? Like what could you really eat in a day? What do you eat in a day? Today.
So like I said, I'm vegan almost finally for a reason, and I'm actually surrounded by a lot of friends that actually have taken this lifestyle and researched into it and learned how to make things on their own. I am a vegan almost finally because all last year, yes, I stayed to the vegan lifestyle of no animal products and no byproducts of animals, but I was very unhealthy with it. I lacked some of the nutrients that you can get from food because I was doing a lot of either eating out, which is what we're doing here, and a lot of under eating. So there were times when I wouldn't eat breakfast and I'd make up the difference because I'm a dancer, and I would get so hungry that I would eat so much for dinner, a lot of bread. So now what I would suggest for anybody going through a transitional lifestyle, especially if you have no one to really mimic or copy in a way, because for me, obviously, my mom and my dad are both carnivores still, and they wanted to remain cooking in that way, which I understood because I was the only one that was changing my dietary lifestyle at that time. But what I would say for somebody who's still transitioning and going through whatever they're going through is to research and practice and make sure you're getting the nutrients that you need. I've had to have many friends tell me that because I'm no longer eating this, I need to take this vitamin, or because I'm no longer consuming this, I need to take this source of protein in a way, especially when I'm on the go. And especially being active, physically active. So I would say definitely research. I've bought a lot of cookbooks that were vegan, but have yet to even make recipes. And that's why I say almost finally, because I don't feel comfortable telling everybody that I'm a vegan when I have yet to really truly get a grasp on the lifestyle. I'm still learning, and I'm still transitioning and trying to figure out how I myself, for me, can create the lifestyle that I want for the way that I eat. So I've cooked every now and then. My boyfriend will be like, hey, you cook? But I've cooked every now and then. That's probably like once in 3 months. But I've tried. And so it's gonna take a lot more practice as I continue to find different cookbooks, get different recipes from friends, and meet up with different people as I learn how you truly become somebody with a completely different lifestyle. There is no fast track to it. It's taken years and it's still taking me time. And there is no, for me, I don't believe in it being a trendy thing. And I felt I got into the route of it becoming a trend. And for me, it's not really a trend. It's something that I want to embody completely so that if and when I do have a child, I'll be able to explain to them fully why I eat the way that I do. And show them how I can cook for myself and fend for myself and create my own food besides just eating out and doing takeout. And that's why I'm a vegan almost finally.
And I think
still learning.
Yeah. But I think that's great because you are actually the spokesperson for those people that are afraid to kind of speak out and say, hey, the transition was kind of rough for me. I went through this and this and that. Some people, they go vegan just cold turkey. Just because they feel like it's vegan, fully vegan, or not fully vegan. I think it's great that you came up with this term, vegan AF, where it can kind of enlighten people that actually are into wanting to become vegan, but are afraid of the transition. And I think it's great. Why do you think that's great that you... What the fuck am I saying? I kind of wanted to talk about the guilt factor. When I see a vegan, I kind of feel bad because I'm a carnivore and I see them not having to eat meat, but I'm eating meat and I feel kind of guilty about that. So it's like, if you want to kind of tell us, like, what should I feel guilty for being a carnivore? You know, and I'm pretty sure you guys have that same question too. Like, should we carnivores feel guilty because we're not vegan? Or should people feel guilty because they're not vegan? What does that have to do?
So for me personally, because I can't speak about every vegan or every vegan in transition. Everybody has their own opinion. But for me, what I've learned is that
you have eaten this. Okay. You didn't finish it.
I'm gonna finish it.
Oh.
We have an issue with finishing our food, which I'll finish it. Thank you. I've been taught well. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you, Mom.
For me, I don't think anyone should feel guilty unless they understand why they're feeling guilty. I don't think that someone should feel guilty because someone else is imposing their way of life and their way of eating on them. And that's something I've had to learn because going to different like family parties and going to different events, or even just going to eat with friends and saying like, oh no, I don't eat meat. Obviously it poses the question of, oh wait, why not? Or what's going on? Or oh my God, are you like a vegan? Or you're a hippie? And all that kind of stuff. And I've had to learn that for me, it's not about the label. It's not about the label, and it's not about saying I don't eat meat, so I'm better than you, or I do eat meat and I'm better than you. It's based on who you are and what you think you are as a person, and how you appreciate your food. And I've had to learn that and deal with that because I felt guilty even this year, going to Mexico and eating cheese and eating a quesadilla, and remembering that last year I did not eat any cheese or dairy.
Wow.
So I started to feel guilty, and that self-guilt was like, oh man, like why am I eating this? Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't eat, but I'm hungry, but this is all I have to eat right now. It started making me think of like, I'm not gonna make anybody else feel guilty about the way that they eat either, but I will share what it is that I've learned down my journey, and which is to appreciate your food. Regardless if it's a meat or if it's not meat, appreciate your food and just give thanks. Because if you give thanks and you're grateful for that animal or that vegetable or that tree, sacrificing its life to be fed to you, that's different. That makes a difference completely in the way that you eat a meal. And I've had to learn that I need to work on mindful eating, which means I mind what I eat, and it's coming across through my brain as an emotional experience and even a connection with whatever items or ingredients that my food is made out of, and which has really made me feel that I need to go slower in this journey, which is why I'm a vegan AF. I want to be able to understand that every time that I choose to make a meal, it's for a reason. It's to feed bodies, not even just my own. If it's for my boyfriend or for my friends or for my sister, it's for a reason. So that's one thing that I've come to learn. Because at first I too was that person like, you shouldn't eat meat. You know, my boyfriend can attest to that. Like, oh man, it's nasty and da da da. But now I understand that it takes time for somebody to change. It takes time for somebody to understand a way of life and what they eat when they're so used to eating it. But no one should be made guilty for anything. It's your own personal journey. The only person that's being fed when I lift my fork and put it in my mouth is me. So I'm the only person that needs to have a conversation with myself, whether I'm guilty or whether I feel good about it.
And then you can take a bite.
And like it too.
Okay, so I wanted to go over kind of like the last topic, and this is interesting for me. I think this is most interesting is, well, I feel sleepy from the food. But what different changes have you experienced since going vegan AF, your transition? Vegan AF, I love that term. What differences, like in your body, in your lifestyle, in your life, mental clarity, what?
So big time. For body wise, I've gone up and down with weight, and that's again with going down my journey and finding out that no, when you become vegetarian and when you become vegan, it doesn't mean you just eat bread. You are able to find the same nutrients that are provided to you with meat and products in other food sources. So in the beginning, I lost a lot of weight because I didn't eat. I wasn't eating. And then I started to gain weight because I was trying to compensate for the fact that I was missing something. And so that's, at least in, as far as body proportions, I've gone up and down from skinny to big to whatever. And as far as my mind, I honestly think I have. It's helped me to gain a lot of mental clarity with things. One thing that I've heard and I've researched into with other cultures is that sometimes when you're eating meat, you're actually ingesting the emotions of that animal that was killed in order for you to eat this. But
then that also ties into, what if you give thanks before you eat it?
Yeah.
Does that clear that out?
That's another thing. Yeah. I watched like a couple movies, a couple documentaries, and many things of different cultures. For me, it was specifically a movie that I watched where it was about Indian cuisine and French cuisine combining and joining together. And in that movie, I forget the name of it, they talked about how in the Indian culture, it's just custom to give thanks as you're making the meal. Wow. And as you, let's say, kill the chicken or chop the chicken's head off or whatever, you are actually praying to that animal and giving thanks as they pass away, because they know that with their body they're feeding many different vessels. So that's something that I feel like I've lost I guess that connection of when I eat an animal and not understanding that I'm eating an animal and it is a being. And so I no longer worry about that, because I have yet to even really go back to eating meat. Not at all. Chicken included, of course, shrimp included. I finally gave that up, all of that. So the mental clarity, but the mental clarity, it does get there, and you start to understand. It sort of takes you back. It sort of has taken me back in time. Sometimes when I've made items from my fridge and I look at what I have, it could be like spinach or red peppers, onions, and maybe a piece of bread or cashews. The fact that I've made my own cheese out of cashews was amazing to me, and it took me back. It made me feel like, oh man, I'm connecting to my ancestors back in the day when we didn't have things like kitchens.
Wow.
And we didn't have items like refrigerators to keep things cold. You ate raw. So what did the people eat? You know, when we didn't have these things, they ate raw. So a lot of it was vegetables, you know? So it sort of gives me that connection of going back, like, oh yeah, I'm able to just eat, you know, or bite a tomato. I've seen many of my friends bite a tomato and they love it. And I love that, because I'm like, whoa, that's probably what they did back in the day before we knew to dice it up or put it in a mixer and a blender or whatever and make tomato sauce.
Right, we can. No, but do you have more energy? Like, compared to, you know, and I'm not trying to, because like I said, I eat meat myself, and I still am full of energy, but that's also because I give thanks to whatever I eat before I eat it, if it's beef, whatever. Now, since you've been vegan AF, have you felt like your body has more energy? Do you feel like your skin cleared? Do you feel like you're able to breathe better? How is it when you exercise? Because these are questions that are just people that want to do vegan AF, maybe they're dying to know, like, do you feel a difference inside your body?
When I do it the right way, on the days that I did when I would like prep, and the days when I do choose to make a meal or eat the appropriate thing. Right now I'm eating a lot of bread. And we're hungry, so I eat in hours. But when I do eat correctly, I do feel more energized. The transition I noticed when I first gave up meat and was just a chickentarian, it was interesting. And when I finally gave up chicken too, is that I couldn't sleep. I suffered with insomnia for a while, and I always wondered why. That was in college, and I always said that was one thing that I definitely noticed. They say there's a certain chemical that's in turkey. I think it's tryptophan. Okay. So when people ingest large amounts of turkey on Thanksgiving, it's a wonder why people just want to sit down and then go to sleep, because there are chemicals within these meats and these sources, you know, of products that do something to your body. Same with vegetables and things like that. So there have been changes. When I do eat well, I feel good, I feel great, I feel energized. And when I don't eat well and I eat a lot of bread, or even lately, as I've been every now and then eating little bits of cheese, my stomach does have a reaction, and I find myself on the toilet. So yeah, and I think I was lactose for a long time. So even getting rid of like the dairy products like that, I stopped having stomach issues. And as of late, when I, you know, ever since coming back from Mexico in April, every now and then I eat cheese, it's like I'm back on the toilet, just dealing with stomach issues and things like that. So those are those kind of things to think about. It's not about judging other people because they're wearing it and because they believe in fur and stuff like that, but it's about just sharing your knowledge of what it is. And then seeing if someone wants to make their lifestyle a change, or just be informed and be more mindful about it, mindful about wearing a product. So yeah, there is a lifestyle out there where people don't wear products, they don't eat the products, they don't eat the byproducts of animals, all of that. And again, I'm making my way towards it.
So last thing before we eat our dessert, because we do have dessert waiting. What is one thing or one advice, an advice that you could give to people that actually want to, after watching this show, that are actually interested in #vegan AF? What is one advice that you could tell them or give them? And after, I want to go ahead and give them your social media link, so maybe they can interact with you and ask you questions. So yeah, what is an advice that
I would say is to find out your why. Find out your personal reason why you want to make a transition, and then take your time. Just take your time. Don't get caught up in, you know, sometimes people say it's the trendy part of it and all that, and yeah, there is a trendy part of it, but find out your why. And then when you find out your why, keep researching into it. Ask for help. I've actually set up meetings where I sat down with friends and asked them, you know, how did you make your transition? What products did you use? Where do you buy these things? You know, what items at home have helped you to have this lifestyle? It's because I've learned I can't do it by myself. I need help in learning about a different dietary lifestyle. So find out your why, take your time, and ask for help. Do your research.
Oh, that was nice. I love that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the floor to you with your social media links, how people can interact with you, and you know, your Instagram and all that, so they can kind of chat with you if they want, and also follow her.
Slide in the DMs.
Slide in the DMs.
Slide in the DMs.
So, like I said, she's also a dancer, a poet, inspirational speaker, spiritual teacher. You know, you also have Afro Vibe. So, go ahead, give them your links, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the words.
So here are a couple links. We have my Instagram, my personal Instagram. There you can see, you know, dance videos, me teaching, or just my everyday, or me kissing my boyfriend on the cheek, or you know, my family, pictures of my family. So that's my personal Instagram. I also
what is the Instagram at?
It's at SassyCass33, SASSYKASS33, and then I'm a part of the Afro Vibe dance workout, which, you know, I love. It's connected to my roots, and it was created by 2 women who I love, and I'm one of the ambassadors for LA. So that Instagram that I run with my fellow ambassador Zen is at AfroVibeLA. That's AFROVIBELA. I have some more. I run with a couple brands. So
I'm actually gonna also put, she could say all that, but I'm also actually gonna put that all in the description box down below too. So it will be the direct links. So you can just click them. So if you're kind of getting tired of her voice, you can go ahead and I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, you can go ahead and click in the description box down below too. And also make sure you follow her because she has really great like knowledge on not only vegan AF but life in general and dance. And if you like to dance and if you like music, it's a great way to actually go to your classes. Afro Vibe. It's actually in LA, right?
So follow it on Afro Vibe
LA people. LA people.
2 more Instagrams.
I have 4, so I mean that's the
the studio where I teach at is located in East LA Commerce, so that's gonna be at Fusion PD Academy. Shout out. And one more is I'm a woman that is a part of a great organization called Shiro's, a tribe called Shiro's, woo woo, which was started by Alexis, and so you can follow us there. I'm one of the Shiro's directors. Is at A Tribe Called Shiro's. A Tribe Called Shiro's. So like I said, I'm involved in a lot of things, and we do a lot of different things. So follow me, slide in my DMs, slide in those DMs, we'll answer back.
Now the good question is, what is your YouTube?
Oh, darn.
So that they can subscribe to you. So that they can subscribe to you.
I'm working on that YouTube, okay?
Wait, no, but you have a YouTube with your dance reel. You can give them that, and
she wants to be my manager, so
you can subscribe to her and then subscribe to me too. So what is your YouTube?
My YouTube is Kassy Francis. That's KASSYFRANCIS.
And like I said again, all of her social media links will be in the description box down below. Make sure you follow her. You know, we really want to have a bigger community with vegan AF. We're trying to start this new thing, vegan AF, and hopefully soon you'll have shirts or something that we could do a giveaway. Who knows? You know, just stay tuned.
And another thing is that we're hoping to have me here on your show. For another episode, because what I'm hoping is that into maybe next year, I'm transitioning to where now I'll be able to make a complete full meal for my sister.
That's not a full meal.
And so that we can eat. So, because clearly we're hungry girls. So, but I'm working on actually trying to like cook full meals and things like that, as well as bake.
So we could actually do that on camera. So that would be actually cool.
Hopefully there's a part 2. And you know, who knows? Maybe I may still be vegan AF, or maybe I'm just Kassy. Maybe I'm chickatarian, or maybe I'm just
life always evolves. Life is always changing. Anyways, let's eat this dessert and let's see
how one pizza left. Who wants it?
I know, huh? There's literally one pizza. Who are you gonna save it for? Your boyfriend?
No, me.
You got that?
I drive home.
Okay, so what is this shit? What do we order? This dessert, guys.
So it's a chocolate cheesecake, vegan. So no dairy products.
It does. What kind of chocolate?
All natural.
All natural chocolate?
It's probably cacao.
Cacao, right?
Sure,
see?
but it's probably cacao.
Cacao. Okay, got it. So I guess we're going to
celebrate.
I'm
her first guest. What? I'm her first guest. I'm her first guest.
Hey.
I'm her first guest.
Hey. Okay, so let's try this.
You try first because I've had many chocolate cheesecakes. Vegan.
That is a
delish, right?
Wow.
I mean, I haven't had this one, but
Wow, it's super thick. It tastes like, but see, I've always wondered what's in the, how do they make it the same consistency as a real cheesecake? I'm sorry, but guys, this might make me turn vegan AF.
you'll have to check out the ingredients because it depends on the type of cheesecake, what ingredients they do put in there.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, that was so good. I can't even talk.
Many people use agave to sweeten stuff. As far as fillers, it just depends.
So instead of using honey, agave, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because it depends. Some people are like, I don't even want the product of bees. That's how deep this gets.
Wow.
Really good. Really good. And if you know me, I always love dessert. So I was already thinking and drooling about this while I was eating the meal. So, yeah.
I'm trying to show a little bit of your personality there.
She told me I was dry. And I said, what? Like Chris Brown said, wet.
Oh my god.
How's the song go?
Speaking of which, so what is Afro Vibe again? Like what kind of dance? Like I don't know what that is.
So Afro Vibe is a cardio dance workout that was created by Doris and Miriam. And it includes various types of Afro movement. So it can be derived from any region. It could be like from the Caribbean. It can be from South Africa, West Africa, Northern Africa. It could be from Brazil. It definitely focuses on certain areas of the body. So we'll, work on our arms, we'll work on our abdominals, we'll work on our gluteus, and we definitely include something called the Afro squat, which you got to make sure you have an appropriate squat to get that round bum. I'm gonna have a round bum.
Is this in LA again?
So we have classes in various places now, but in France, in Brazil, in Haiti, different parts of Southern California, and we were featured in the 2016 Olympics in Rio, and that was really cool. So look out for more. We're gonna be doing a lot more stuff, and soon to come a YouTube channel. So be on the lookout for that. And
thank you so much for being on the VickyCupcake channel.
Thank you for having me.
You are the first guest. Like that's crazy. That's insane. Actually, this was actually her idea, so I'm not even gonna take all of the credit.
I just want people to know that yes, my sister eats meat, but it doesn't mean she doesn't have people around her that don't eat meat, and I just happen to be one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think out of the whole family, we have a huge family, and you're the only one that doesn't eat meat, so I just thought it would be interesting, huh? And I hope you guys kind of took away something from this, and if you are wanting to go #VeganAF, please let us know.
Almost finally.
Make sure to follow her on all of her links, and don't be shy to go ahead and start a conversation, spark a conversation. You never know, maybe you guys could collab with her, or
I'm not great
something
at
like that. You're not great at what?
At like texting back sometimes or DMing back.
I don't know if I should include that in the video.
I will try.
But
yeah, know the truth, because sometimes it's really hard.
I mean, you'll get to them. You'll get back to them when you can, just because you're busy. You have Afro Vibe. She's an entrepreneur. She's running a lot of her own businesses, so you know how that is. But we do try to take the time to respond to you guys in your comments. Don't forget to like this video, comment it, and share it. And don't forget to turn on that little bell, the little notification box next to my name. That will go ahead and notify you when we post new videos or when I post new videos. Don't forget to follow me, subscribe, like, share this video. You never know who you might help or inspire. Any friends or family that are interested in going vegan, even your dogs, I don't know. But yeah, so we wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on our next episode. We never know when that will be, so make sure you stay tuned.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you. I need to take